morning. Some evangelical churches have a doctrine they call the Rapture, and they believe that at some point various people are just going to disappear. We're going to be looking around for them, wondering where they've gone, and then there'll be 7 years of trouble. Now, it's based on a very bad interpretation of Daniel chapter 9, which actually refers to Jesus coming in the 1st century, but that's another subject. Now, Watchtower's governing body believe that Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, and then they too will be taken to heaven, just disappear. Now, it is based on some scriptures, and it's, sorry, just get the glasses. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Now, the Apostle Paul here was talking about going to heaven, and you can't go to heaven with a fleshly body. A, there's no air up there, and secondly, the radiation would sap you, so you need a spiritual body and one which is immortal. So he said in 1 Corinthians 15, and verse 50, he said, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, or we won't all die, but we will all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. So it's going to be quick, something instantaneous. But note this, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised, imperishable, and we shall be changed and be given an immortal body. Now, to have a little bit more detail on this, we can go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16, where Paul said that the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the voice of an archangel, and with the sound of the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. So that's all Christians who up to this point had died and were sleeping. Then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. So is this going to happen at some point and we're all going to be taken by surprise? Well, no, because if we turn to Matthew chapter 24, Jesus said this about signs of the last days. And in verse 30, he said that there will appear in heaven the sign of the Son of Man. And then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now that's going to be something spectacular, and we're looking forward to that. Whether we will see Jesus literally or whether it will simply be a sign, whatever it will be amazing. And nobody on this planet will be in any doubt whatsoever that Jesus has returned. So what is he going to do first? He will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect or his chosen from the four winds, from the four corners of the world. So yes, people are going to disappear, but not without some sort of notice. It's going to be at the last trumpet, when Jesus returns. Everybody will know Jesus has returned because of the amazing sign that we will see, which we're looking forward to. And then there's not going to be 7 years of badness, because this is the last trumpet. As it says in Revelation, and this is in chapter 10. Sorry, I just find it a moment. And once again, it's talking about the trumpet of the seventh, the last angel. And it says in verse 7, but in the days of that trumpet call to be sounded by the seventh angel, the mystery of God would be fulfilled, just as he announced to his servants, the prophets. So people are going to disappear. But are we all going to disappear? We know from Revelation chapter 7 that there are two groups. Now, we don't really want to believe this because it's one of Watchtower's pet doctrines. But it talks about 144,000 serving with Jesus Christ as kings and priests. But they've got to have somebody to rule over, and a planet to rule over. They're going to rule the earth. As the Apostle Peter said, there's going to be a new heavens and a new earth in which there is to be righteousness. Now, Revelation 7 definitely talks about another group of righteous people, innumerable numbers of people going through the Great Tribulation. So, we're going to see Jesus arriving in all his glory. The elect, the chosen, will be taken to heaven and given spiritual, immortal bodies. What happens to the rest of us, we can wait and find out. But this is what I would like you to do. I've left below a link to Bible Hub, which will give all the cross-references concerning this. I would like you to read it for yourselves and make up your own minds as to what the last days of this coming system are going to be like. And that way it goes into our hearts and we will know exactly what's going to happen. We will not be taken by surprise. Thank you so much for watching, and take care and God bless.